So I know what you're thinking. You've been hoping and waiting for that video and announcement that GPU mining is back. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but that is absolutely not the case. This video is actually about selling my GPU mining rigs. Some of you have already exited. You're like, I'm out, I'm done. Nope, not a chance. And I totally get it. You're in the same world that I'm in, of just being disappointed time and time again with GPU mining. Now, I don't know that it's exactly GPU mining or building rigs. I love GPU mining. I absolutely love to tinker. I love to get in there and see how far I can push a GPU mining rig. I mean, it's been my lifeblood for the last several years. However, I'll be honest, you're probably feeling the same way. I have been let down time and time again with GPU mining. My mindset of Ethereum has stayed with me, and maybe I was just spoiled just like you were with Ethereum mining when it was proof of work. Well, jumping ahead, I've been disappointed time and time again since then. We have not had a project step up to take the place. It's just, there isn't the utility out there. The projects have not been built on any of these coins and algorithms out there at all for enough utilization for GPU miners to really make a profit. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, what are you talking about? Right now, at the current time of recording this video, we're stepping into October, and ALEO is making GPU miners some decent profitability. But for how long? And how long and how many times have we had this exact same conversation time and time again? Let me read through a few. Maybe you'll reminisce a little bit. Flux, Ergo, Chlor, Mirai, Neoxa, Radiant, HeroCoin, Nexa, Satex Coin, AI Power Grid, Hypera, Carlson, Gram, Pyron, Conflux, Zealous, BlockOps. Are you getting my feeling here a little bit? A lot of those projects and so many more have been the exact same place that ALEO is right now. We thought it was going to hold us over and that it was going to be great for GPU mining. And it lasted all about this long. And then the hash rate goes through the roof, all that hype goes away, and there's no sustainability. Now, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer here. I'm trying to be realistic. Many of you have sold your GPU mining rigs months or years ago, and I totally get it. I think GPU mining now is more of a spec play. It is more something that we do in order to tiptoe into these early projects and hope that eventually that little moon bag that we collected with our GPU mining rig takes off. Son of a Tech talks about this a lot on his channel and a lot with his locals group, where they actually go to these projects super early. And they get on them before they're on any exchanges, before they're talked about by anyone, before the wallets are adopted by any larger wallets out there. And they jump on these projects super early as a spec play, not an avenue to get rich, not an avenue to earn profitability, but as a spec play. And 1 in 1,000 of them, I'm just throwing out some numbers here, folks, actually go ahead and pump and go through the roof. And because they got in super early, it is very profitable. Nothing wrong with that. Totally makes sense. But for me, I don't need 100 graphics cards to go ahead and jump into that mentality of doing spec play mining. So today, I'm going to show you guys the GPUs that I'm preparing to sell, the rigs I'm preparing to sell, and I'm going to hold on to one rig. Today's video is sponsored by the team over at Pinex.us. I'm excited to partner up with Pinex.us to help announce that Kaspa is now live on their platform and tradable today. You can now buy, sell, and trade Kaspa actively on Pinex.us. Pinex.us is the first US regulated exchange to list Kaspa. To help kick off the fun, Pinex.us is running a 100,000 Kaspa giveaway event. Check out the links in the video description to enter to win. All right, let's head out back. I'll show you what I got running in my home crypto mining shed now. There is one rig that I'm going to keep and that we're going to keep running because I'm going to do some spec mining on it because I love that. I think it's a ton of fun. So let's head out to our shed here. I still got my Solar X sitting on the ground there. I still need to mount that. Let's head inside. All right, let's get some lights on in here. All right, so this is my home crypto mining shed. Don't do as much content in here anymore, but still a lot going on still out here.
So up top here, we do have a number of Jazz miners across the top, and iPolo, all on actually Octaspace and ZIL, at least for the short term. We have 2 more Jazz miners here. We then have a variety of Kaspa gold shells, as well as lithium ones, as well as our ice rivers. Down below here, a few AL boxes that we got, and Kaspa miners there, which have been running awesome. This is actually a server that runs some of my Hyper-V, some of my VMs for some of my core wallets, as well as a QNAP NAS unit. We do have the gold shell newer lithium box. I think that's the AL Box 2, plus a million different naming conventions. Evergreen miner. Down here, my son's GPU mining rig that I'm not getting rid of, we're continuing to run, has 107-day uptime. It's on the NiceHash platform. He's been working hard at it, earning that Bitcoin, which is great. He actually has 8 6600s. I have the SolarX unit right here. And then down below here, I actually have an Octominer X12, and this is actually packed full of 3070s that I'm gonna keep. So it's 12 3070s that we're gonna keep running and keep GPU mining, spec mining with that. But where I have the rest of my stuff, trampoline right there, is in my other shed here, which is supposed to be a lawn and garden shed, but is turned into a little bit of a storage shed. Let's go inside. All right, so no lights in here, sorry. Riding mower hanging out. But yes, quite a few boxes in here. Lots of our ASIC boxes. I try to keep as many as I can. But underneath of here, let me see if I can go on this side, is a whole bunch of GPU mining rigs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's a 6th one back there, and I do have 3 in a closet in the house. Got my, that's the S19 XP that pulled out of immersion. I got to get that back in place here very soon. But all these GPUs here in all of these server cases, we are going to part ways with, as well as the server cases themselves. So let me get all these hauled into the house, lay them out, and show you exactly what we're going to be parting with. All right, so here we have it, all of our GPU mining rigs that we are going to be parting ways with. So let's run through the cases and the GPUs in each, and then we'll talk about where I'm going to be selling these. If you guys are interested, you guys can buy them as well. I'll tell you where. And then what's next? What am I going to be taking these funds and investing into next? Because I think you might be a little surprised. So first off, Polo Miner case. They don't even make these anymore. They're very much bottom of the barrel cases out there, but hey, they were cheaper several years ago and worked out well. And we have a variety of RX 580s. And yes, we even have one of the blue Sapphire Nitros. Those things are awesome. So 580s. In the back here, we have the Vitretu case. I actually have a green one and a black one. I did gift one of my cases filled with 6600s to Joey Gambit for helping me work on the latest shed build. But we have the Vitretu case. Love these. They do have a manual fan controller there in the front. But this one is actually filled with 6600s. So you got some Sapphires in there, power colors, XFX, a variety of different ones. I really like these case because one, it's a manual fan controller and you have fans on the intake and on the exhaust side, which is really, really nice. Second case here, another style of Polo Miner, a little bit different than this one here. This guy is filled with 3060s. We have a variety of the EVGAs, always high demand there. Those are the XCs. Got some gigabytes in there as well. 3060s. Moving on to our other Vitretu case. This one is filled with 3060 Ti's. And we do have some of the big boys in here. Some of the ASRoCs in there as well. The ROG Strix ones. And we do have some EVGAs in there, as well as a variety of gigabytes that are in there as well. So 3060 Ti's. Moving on, this one is a little bit different. This is in the R8 case. They don't even make these anymore, I don't think, from GPU risers down below here. Love that slick white. Same thing with the entire motherboard underneath there. This was kind of a rebrand off of our Octo miners, and check these out. the Radeon XFX cards. These are all 6700 XTs, some of the beefiest cards I have in my fleet. Moving on, Miner Dude, another off-brand of the Octo miners. These are mining GPUs. These are Sapphire Nitro X080s. Go look those up. They're kind of this weird hybrid dedicated to mining. I think they're between like a 6600 XT and a 6700, somewhere in there. Actually in HiveOS, they actually show up as 6700s, but they're a little bit different. Specs are a little bit different on those. Down the road here, an Octo miner. This here has a variety in here, but these are actually all 6600 XTs. A number of the Sapphires, and then we got some ASUS cards in here as well. And finally, our last Octo miner we have filled with the 6600s. These 4 GPUs are pretty cool. They light up blue. These are the Hellhounds. I know a number of you guys love those GPUs. And then we got some Gigabytes and ASRoCs. So let me jump over to the computer. We'll talk about where I'm going to be selling these as well as what's next.
So where am I going to be selling all my GPUs and my server cases? Well, I'm actually going to be listing them on my own Discord. In my Discord, I'll leave a link directly down below to it. I have a section in there called the Hobbyist Miner Yard Sale section. And it's just me. I use it to post my hardware that I'm looking to part with to the community. And I can go ahead and work with you one-on-one. So if you're interested in buying any of this, the GPUs, the server cases, if you live near Pennsylvania and you want to make the road trip to buy some of these server cases, because those are going to be tough to ship. I don't even know if I'm going to be looking to ship those because they're expensive. I'm not Amazon. I'm also not going to be doing one-offs. Like send me 1 card or 2 cards. I'm actually going to be selling them in sets of 8. So if you want the 3060s, you got to buy all 8. I'm not looking to break them up. I know how it is as a GPU miner. We usually like to get all 8, but I don't mind swapping around server cases and so on and so forth. So what am I doing next? Well, my next step is I want to take the funds from selling these and I want to step into some of these beefier single GPU rigs. A lot has really developed, and I had a great interview with the Mining King and Geek of All Trades talking about is the future of GPU mining AI. And I'd love to dabble into that a little bit. Some ones out there, some platforms out there that really interest me are Salad. I don't think Salad is a great long-term solution, but I think there's something that's going to be out there that I really want to sink my teeth into. And I love to build a number of rigs that have badass epic CPUs with tons of memory and some really beefy and sexy graphics cards. I'm talking 3090s or 4090s, which have always been out of reach for me. I only have one 3080 and that's it. Like I don't have anything better than that. All the rest of my cards are all 3070s. So that's what's next for me. So we're closing this chapter with GPU mining and opening another one, and we'll see where it goes from here. Well, guys, appreciate you guys joining me for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it one of these. And don't forget to check directly down below for a Discord link to my Discord if you're interested in purchasing any of this hardware. Take care. Sorry to interrupt your video, but check this out. I constantly get emails from the community asking me about trustworthy hosting facilities in the United States that I recommend. Well, I got you covered. Listen up. A few months back, I visited BlockOps Mining's brand new facility in Central Arkansas. The team there was super professional, knowledgeable, and everyday miners like you and I. After visiting the facility, I sent them a few of my ASIC miners for hosting and have been super happy with their service and communication. Go contact BlockOps Mining directly down below in the video description and tell them the Hobbyist Miner sent you for great pricing on miners and hosting.